Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna start season 2 of House of the Dragon. Finally, it's been a long wait and I am so excited to see what the next season has to offer. If you're new here, hello, welcome in. My name is Cora. It is so lovely to have you here. I'm also a Twitch streamer and I create gaming content here on YouTube. If you want to check the gaming content out, you can click the link up here, and if you want to come and hang out live or check out any of my other social media, the link to that is down below in the description box. And if you're not new, welcome back. The trailer made me even more hype, and now I have rewatched season 1 before I do this reaction, and there were a few things in the trailer that now clicked a little bit more. And there were some major events that I had sort of forgotten. I'm not gonna lie, there was a few things that I forgot that happened because I started rewatching it quite a while back, but I think I only watched like the first few episodes. So I felt so confident of how much I remembered until I got to the later episodes and actually realized I don't remember that much. There's a lot of things that happens that will be of essence and most likely will come into play for season 2. So some of the last things that happened in season 1, we have the two teams, Team Black and Team Green, I believe is what we call them. So we got Rhaenyra on one and Alicent on one, sort of. Because if you really look at it, it kind of feels like they're the main fighters in this. Sure, Rhaenyra is supposed to inherit the throne, and it makes sense that she is fighting for her claim, but then Alicent is fighting for her son Aegon to be the rightful claimer of the throne because of what Viserys said when he died. And I remember watching it and being quite certain, but also like, oh, what if he didn't mean what I thought he meant? But now that I've heard what Viserys said, the last few words that he said, I think it's quite clear that he was just talking about the dream, Aegon's dream about the Song of Ice and Fire. But from the perspective of Alicent, I can 100% understand why she would think that he was talking about the song, Aegon being the rightful heir to the throne and whatnot, because she doesn't know what the Song of Ice and Fire is. Only Rhaenyra knows. So to anyone else, even though it's a bit of blabbering, and sure, he was maybe not in his rightful mind when he was saying that, but regardless of everything, I can understand how you would take it as that. But we got the two sides, and I still have to say, I find it a little bit difficult to right out choose a side, but I do still think I'm leaning more to Rhaenyra because she has been very calm. When they started thinking about like there might be an actual war, she is still considering at the moment that we're in, well, I believe she's still considering the offer that Alicent made, where her sons will have high positions in court, they will still get Driftmark to their son. All of those things are still considered. And I really admire how calm she is about it, because I do think that as Rhaenyra grew older, she realized that maybe she doesn't necessarily want the throne. Maybe more like she wanted to be seen by her family as something that is good enough rather than the actual throne. But she also realizes that she's put in a position where she needs to hold the realm together. So that is what she's actually trying to do. Up until I believe she gets the news about her son. And now we haven't actually seen what's about to happen here, but you see her receiving bad news, and at the end of season 1, her like turning, and the look in her eyes, I don't know what that's gonna entail, because she lost her second son. He was flying as a envoy, I believe you call it, to another like house to see if they could gain their support, and he was beat arriving there by Aemond. They had a little quarrel. It wasn't like the best, but you know, the lord of the house said like, no bloodshed under my roof, leave, escort the young prince to his dragon and let him leave, and you know, that's what happened. But then obviously both of the princes leave on their own dragons. Now Aemon's dragon, Veigar, I believe it's called, is the biggest. It's ginormous. And then Luke's dragon, hopefully I'm getting all the names right here, is in comparison tiny, okay? And for some reason, Luke's dragon decides to, go up against Mok, not really sure, but it chooses to like breathe fire on Veigar, which then causes Veigar to snap, and both the boys, both princes, are screaming at their dragons to listen to them, to behave, to not do anything, but both dragons disobey. So the small dragon attacks the big dragon, who then eats the small dragon with Luke on it, and yeah. I do not believe that Aemond wanted this. I don't believe he was he out for payment and revenge? Yes. Am I a big fan of Aemond at this moment? No. Is it gonna look bad for him? Yeah, probably very bad, because Luke is the one who cut Aemond's eye out earlier, so, you know, when they were young. So it's really not looking good that it is Veigar who ate him. But I don't believe that it was the intention of any of the boys to argue with their dragons. That is, they argued in the hall, but I don't believe that this part was what they intended. But it did nonetheless result in Luke dying his dragon as well. And I believe that what we saw, the last thing we saw, was Rhaenyra getting those news. Now, I did say that Rhaenyra's been kind of composed. She's been thinking about the good of the realm and trying to avoid war. But with this news, and I'm sure that they're gonna be able to somehow know that it was Veigar / Aemond, I don't know how she's gonna take them, and I don't know how she's gonna react, and I fear that all the potential of somehow peacefully-ish negotiating, and they're off the table now. There's no way they're gonna be able to do it, and I'm really stressed, and I'm really excited and nervous to watch the next season and see. I do want to preface this also with saying I haven't read the books. I watched Game of Thrones before this, but I haven't read the books, and there might be like tiny details that's mentioned in Game of Thrones as well, the series, the TV series. But if there's any character development that you know from the books, please don't tell me, because people commented on my reaction to the trailer, and thankfully I didn't read them, but commented about like character development of certain characters, and I would like to just make my own opinions first off, but then also just experience it. I want to see them grow. I can not be on one side now and change. I can say I don't like a certain character and change, and vice versa. So, you know, let the show speak for itself. And one day I'm gonna read the books, and it's probably gonna be fantastic when I do. But for now, I just want to experience the show. How I feel about the characters may change, but I don't want to know because it says so in the book. Or because you know so, because it's in the book. It is also raining a lot outside right now, so if my mic is picking that up, I apologize. See it as some sort of ambiance. But with that said, I'm so excited for season 2. I can't wait to watch it with all of you. I hope you're excited. I would love to know what kind of side, or not side, that you're on going into this. And then we'll see, maybe we will all change at the end of this. I'm very excited. I've missed this TV series, and I finally get to see it. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop blabbering and let's get in to season 2, the first episode of House of the Dragon. Oh, now that I'm watching the recap, I kind of forgot that he told both Alicent and Rhaenyra about the Song of Ice and Fire just after, or like just before he died.
Would you install your grandson on the throne? Remember?
Oh yes, and also did she call herself the White Worm? I believe she might have a bigger play in this.
The Greens are coming for you, Rhaenyra.
See, that's the face of Rhaenyra turning when she gets the news. That was a good wrap up. I needed a wrap up. Oh, okay. We got a new intro for this season, I believe. I don't recognize this. It's like a stitched one instead. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, here we go. That's beautiful. That kind of forest where it's kind of like wider in between the trees are so pretty.
Duty is sacrifice. All men of honor
Oh,
must pay its price.
Winterfell. We haven't seen that in a long time.
Since the days of the first men, we have stood as guardians against the cold and the dark.
What is this? Oh, so they kind of drew their lots to who's who's gonna go to the wall. That's what the
embraced
stones.
by all who serve the North, even by mine own kin.
So one of the Starks also had to go to the wall.
Winter is coming.
Coming? What is this then?
This is only a late summer snow, my prince. You at least had the mercy not to threaten me with your dragon.
Always something. So it's just Ceres and the Stark, right? I almost didn't recognize him.
The realm will soon tear itself apart if men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys to his rightful heir.
Starks do not forget their oaths, my prince. I need my men here.
Whilst your men guard against wildlings and weather, the High Towers plan to usurp the throne.
Oh, if only they knew what winter really was.
To hold the realm united, she needs an army. War is coming. To the whole of the realm, my lord.
Why are they meeting on the wall? Is it to show Jake, like, what they're all about and what they're actually protecting themselves from?
His Grace stood at this very outlook and watched as their dragons, the greatest power in the world, refused to cross it.
Oh.
Do you think my ancestors built a 700-foot wall of ice to keep out snow and savages?
What does it keep out?
Death. I have thousands of greybeards. I can ready them to march at once.
If your greybeards can fight, the Queen will have them.
They will fight hard, like Northerners.
I love how the Northerners still think that, like, the Southerners are so soft. It's so visible that it's, like, the same still as when it was in Game of Thrones. Oh, did they send the raven from Aegon? About Aegon? Aegon? Why can I never say his name right? Aegon. It's not even that difficult. Is it Aegon? 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 The more I say it, the weirder it gets. I wonder how much time that has passed in between the seasons.
We're flying out.
She looks tired.
Over 100 miles of open sea. Aelys must gorge and rest, as must I.
We're going to King's Landing,
To what end?
killing Vhagar.
Oh, that's your plan.
Can kill Vhagar and her rider. Make it a son for a son.
You wouldn't have eye for an eye. Maybe don't have
He remains
a
absent.
son for a son.
Bending
Oh.
knees, but I must instead remain here to wage her war.
I was like, there's no way she asked for that, did she?
She is grieving.
The mother grieves as the queen shirks her duties.
It was only when I saw my daughter's mortal remains that I could begin to mourn her. Raven has told Rhaenyra that her son is dead. She needs to know it for certain.
Oh, she went to actually see. She would pity Aemon. Oh, I love that line. So Rhaenyra went by herself just to grieve and see her son,
Have acted when you had the chance.
potentially.
Aegon's line would be extinguished, and Luke would be alive.
Don't put that on her.
Fly with me. It is a command.
Would that you were the king.
I like Rhaenys so much. She's like, no, you go by yourself. The queen has not ordered this. I do not believe that this is what the queen wants. Leave me alone. Let me rest. Oh. She lost 2 children within a very short amount of time. And I don't know if there's going to be any way for her to actually find her son, considering what happened. I wonder if the Iron Island's going to be in this in some way.
It's a marvel she was able to return from the Stepstones at all. Must have my ship back at sea to lead the effort.
Does he want to go out to sea again?
The smithy.
I wonder if that's gonna work. Oh. Oh. Is that his sword? Oh, that's not a sword. It's more like a...
I had this commission for Prince Lucerys.
Oh. That's so sad he's commissioned that for him. It's like a dagger, I think.
They tell me that you're the one that dragged my body out of the sea.
It's only my duty.
I am indebted to you, Alan.
He was still very set on having Lucerys as the heir to Driftmark. I wonder whether he believes them to be Laenor's sons or not still. Like, it kind of felt like it's either one that he did. Or maybe he just wanted to believe it so much that he convinced himself. Not sure.
Mind your post!
Oh yeah, the brothers are split up. One is with Rhaenyra and one's here. That's gonna be interesting.
Dragon! Harm the scorpion!
Oh no, the demon go anyway. Did you have to? I understand the anger, but like, is this really the way to go about it? I'm assuming it is. Oh. Never mind. I was like, I'm assuming it is Daemon, but actually it wasn't. I guess it's hard to see from the ground which dragon it actually is, so fair enough. It wouldn't surprise me as well if he did go in alone.
Where is Jaehaerys?
Attending his lessons. What do you need of him?
Taken into the small council. He'll be king one day. He must begin his instruction.
What if he does not want to be king?
Where is he?
The library.
I like that sister so much. And Aegon is probably like, if I didn't want to be king and I need to be king, so then he needs to be king. Just accept it.
He refused to come with Vhagar protecting the city.
Not the dragons. The rats.
The rats? She doesn't mean real rats, does she?
An enduring mystery. Is she not?
I feel like she says a lot of things of importance. It's just that we don't understand. There was a few things she said in the first season as well, and I'm like, I wonder if this could have some meaning, you know? Oh. Okay. Why am I not surprised that it's him? And the two friends as well. Apparently Bert likes him.
We cannot. Again.
Yes, Your Grace.
I believe it must be really lonely being, well, both Rhaenyra and Alicent, but maybe especially Alicent, because she has so many people trying to get into her head about things. It must be really hard to make up your own mind about it. Oh, maybe she did talk about rats, actually. I don't know if I could do what any of them is doing, though, I will say. Oh, that's how small he is. Gotcha. I was like, how young is that kid who's supposed to sit in on this? Maybe he's really smart and will actually be able to learn something.
Stormlands should be ours after Prince Aemon's marriage pact to the Lady Floris Baratheon.
Yeah, thank you, my prince. That's very helpful.
What happens if their little balls are not in the tray? Can they not speak or something? Otherwise, let her just play with it.
Rhaenyra, has there been any answer?
An apology for her dead son?
None, Your Grace. We must presume that the princess has refused the offered terms.
It wouldn't be weird if she refused him considering what happened, you know?
In hopes that new terms might be negotiated.
Release it at once. Would someone please?
Is the heir to the throne bothering you, Tyland?
I like that Aegon is like enjoying his son just playing.
It's a ride.
Your Grace.
A ride?
A pony ride. Wouldn't that be fun, Jaehaerys? Should the Master of Coin be your royal steed?
Oh my god, he's just enjoying this. He's like, yep, you go ahead and do it. I don't know what I'm scared of Aegon a little bit. Mostly he seems childish and immature, but also knowing he enjoyed the child fighting is still concerning to me.
Your Grace.
Off you go, Jaehaerys. Good boy.
Rhaenyra's blockade has placed King's Landing under strain.
No, we should have just killed her when we had the chance.
Regrettably, the opportunity for surprise has been lost.
We do have need for a new master of ships. We could offer the title to the young Lord Dalton Greyjoy.
Greyjoy, that would be Iron Islands, huh?
Aemond is my closest blood and our best sword. I welcome him.
I wonder if Aegon trusts him, because I don't know if I trust him. He's a good fighter though, like, and he's smart. I'll give him that, but...
Or they will meet Vhagar and Sunfire.
Rhaenyra has dragons as well.
Mine are bigger.
If we loose the dragons to war, there'll be no calling them back. We must proceed cautiously. And Vhagar is needed here to deter Rhaenyra from attacking, in retribution for the death of her son.
She's so angry at Aemon. I get that though, for many reasons. Although I don't believe he really meant to do what happened.
I'll favor patience and restraint.
He's like, I hate my life. He feels like a 5-year-old sometimes.
Will come to your side.
I say that and then he starts spinning his little ball. There we go. I'm more scared of Aemon, but I do believe he's more strategically laid, so he'd probably be a better king for that reason, but he also seems meaner and more evil, so for that reason, terrifying.
I have completed questioning the whole of the castle staff. I am satisfied I have exposed all who betrayed our trust.
And what of them?
Who betrayed that trust?
No longer breathe our air. I've chosen your new staff, personally.
Is he talking about like the spider net that he was talking about in season 1 maybe? I also don't know if I trust him. He seems a bit slippery. I kind of wish for both Alicent and Rhaenyra that they could just go back to their childhood where they were just chilling under the old tree, reading history, talking about matters that really don't matter anymore. I want that for them. Who's dragon? Rhaenyra's dragon. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I see. Oh, it hurts so much as she's looking for evidence and pieces of her own son. I kind of feel like that dragon scream was just in sympathy.
Hail King Aegon!
Magnanimous.
He did not seem happy about that.
All right, Your Grace.
It's all right. There's no reason to be nervous. What's your name? And how might your king be of service?
'Tis my flock.
Is it the dragons eating them?
Turn them.
Your Grace?
You need your goats for the winter, don't you? I shall make your flock of sheep whole.
Oh.
Made a promise to all the crown lands that a tithing of livestock would be necessary to sustain the dragons.
Yeah, I thought it was the dragons.
Perhaps we could just return his sheep. He came all this way.
If you return one herd of sheep, you'll
Maybe his heart is in the right place. He doesn't want to see people suffer.
They won't know.
They won't know. Oh, Aegon is so not suited to be king. I don't know, maybe he's grown up a little bit
Further forth,
heart-wise.
I have decided that I cannot restore.
Oh, he doesn't want to say that.
If war were to break out, my dragons will require feed. Bring the next.
He really can't make any decisions though. It's always going to be the hand, is it?
The treasonous blockade won't last long. I plan to send Vhagar to burn it to ash. Bring the next.
I like he's just revealing all his plans. He's like, yep, I'm just going to burn it to the ground.
The Smiths are all proud to support your grace against Rhaenyra.
But
Iron costs have grown. If we could but have the crown's coin before we started work.
you shall be paid, and paid well. My army cannot run well.
Lord Hand is just like about to strangle him.
Depends on the
He's like, no, no, we can't do anything.
You have my most sincere gratitude, Your Grace.
So far I like what he's been saying. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little pleased that Otto is so displeased. Oh god, there's like thunder outside.
Tis the Hand's want to keep a firm grip on things. Controlled your father the same way.
Is he trying to become the Hand? It wouldn't surprise me.
I would think, as we find ourselves standing within a hair's breadth of war, that you would wish to be viewed differently. Otto Hightower was your father's hand.
So he's saying you should get a new one because you're a new king? Instead of being like, hey, I don't really like Otto Hightower as like a hand, so get rid of him. Not that I disagree, but...
I requested an audience hours ago. I find myself wondering, do we pursue the same end?
I'm not sure.
I myself can't be sure.
There are definitely different ways of getting there, that's for sure.
And how would you define victory?
Rhaenyra bending the knee, and Aegon sitting the Iron Throne in peace, as Viserys wished. An ally would not repeatedly cut my legs from beneath me at that table of men. My sons both see you as the great example, the hand to 3 kings. Aegon is ever eager to prove himself, and Aemond...
It's always an Aemond.
Aemond erred, but he is fiercely loyal.
And Aegon still heeds me, in private at least. But if you undermine my voice, both those boys will grow deaf to it.
She's not wrong. But I guess that Otto doesn't care if they listen to their mum or not.
I hadn't seen it that way.
We only need to mind Aegon.
Or does he?
The novelty of rule is spent. Once he tires of it, you and I can steer our course to victory.
So they're like, let's get him bored so that we can...
Now is one of violence.
Oh god, okay. So that they can sit the throne, technically?
But that does not mean it must be wanton.
I don't know, is there any way to avoid extreme bloodshed in this case? From both sides' perspective, I feel like anything they do will just lead them to death. What kind of ship is this and why am I scared?
You.
Huh.
When last we met, there were 2 of you.
I was gonna say, what if she's tried to like reinstate herself or like remake herself by pretending to be a prisoner on that ship, but I guess she didn't even do that.
Speak of highborn games. I am commonborn.
Or maybe she was trying that but couldn't.
As long as he had gold to pay for them.
You put Aegon on the throne.
That was the High Tower's conspiracy. I merely profited.
Business that ended with the theft of the Queen's throne and the murder of her son.
You only blame me because your true enemies are out of reach.
Sure, she had a small player, but she's not the biggest player in this yet. From what we know. From what we know, she's not.
What else do you know of him, his plans?
Little unless this is nothing of value to you, Daemon.
She's such an interesting character. I really want to get to know her better, like her story and her plans. I feel like she's going to be a really big part of this.
Have her moved to the cells. She is to be treated as a traitor to the crown.
But the lady speaks the truth. She was no agent of the Hightowers.
Was it honor that made you stand by and watch as the Hightowers usurped the throne and your traitorous twin?
No, my prince.
Don't make everyone your enemies now, Daemon.
That's why I abandoned the King's Guard. And my
Thunder outside is wilding.
I don't care. And we swore the same oath to defend the whole of the royal family. So what were we to do when they turn against one another?
I understand that Daemon is angry for a lot of reasons, but you really need to be careful to keep your actual allies your allies, because if you start blaming them for everything and stuff, it's not gonna end well for you, is it? Rhaenyra's back. Oh.
Did you find what you needed?
I like that Rhaenys at least understood her. I know they're on like the brink of war and she's the queen and stuff, but dang.
I will fly to Harrenhal at your command.
Your Grace, my Lord husband's blockade of the gullet moves.
I am really scared of what she's about to say.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
I get it, but I don't know if that's what she truly wants. Do you want to rip someone else's son from them? I don't feel like that's Rhaenyra, you know? And even if he tried to speak the truth, he'd probably not do it in a very smooth way, but even if he actually tried, would people even believe him? Or I don't know, maybe he did it on purpose and I'm just here being naive thinking he actually didn't want to do it, but it didn't seem like he did. I don't like him, but it didn't seem like he actually wanted to kill him. Especially not in that way.
Scheme with someone else, Daemon. I was once in your thrall, but no longer.
She's so tired of him. Or maybe she's like doing this to gain something. Oh, he's back from Winterfell.
Lady Jane Arryn has pledged her support.
And the first thing he does is report.
Lord Cragen Stark has promised 2,000 men.
Oh, he's trying so hard to be brave about this. He's trying so hard to be an adult, but he's still pretty young, right? Oh, this scene reminds me of when Alicent and Rhaenyra did this.
You're an
She has to say goodbye again. This is just... oh.
Sarah's Targaryen.
Is she lighting candles for everyone who died? That she knows? Oh, that's a toy horse that he had at Driftmark when he said he didn't want to be the Lord of Driftmark because then everyone would be dead. Oh god, why am I crying? Please tell me she lights a candle for him too. There's... deep down, there's no way Alicent isn't upset about it. In the end, none of them wants bloodshed.
Sarah's Florian.
It's sad because of everyone around them and also themselves being terrified of them and their families being slaughtered. That's why they can't come to terms as well. Like, that's partially the reason. I feel like the turning point for Alicent was when her dad pointed out that Rhaenyra would kill her and all her children. And I feel like if they were just to act by themselves without anyone like that, that wouldn't happen. I actually don't think that they would. If no one else was in this mess, I think that Alicent and Rhaenyra could actually come to terms to like an okay deal. Episode 1 and we're already crying for deaths.
I'm told you bear a mislike for the High Towers.
Fuck the High Towers.
Interesting. I wonder where this dislike comes from, specifically.
The White Worm said you're one of Aegon's rat catchers. I was also given to understand that you possess a unique knowledge of the Red Keep.
Michael's tunnels. Prepped with rat's nest.
Oh, that is some extremely useful information, huh?
To find and slay the Prince Aemon Targaryen.
Oh, for that reason.
One hair and one eye. Should be easy enough to find.
I thought they were going to use it for like the war or something, but how about you take the first half and run? What was that?
What if we can't find him?
Well, mayhaps we could petition the king privately to send us out. Small castles right in the shadow of King's Landing.
We could add their levies to our own.
Them two plotting together is, for some reason, interesting.
But moot. My brother is hostage to my grandsire and mother.
True.
Otto fears to upset the order of things. And Alicent is simply...
Alicent? Why does it call him Alicent? Oh yeah, that's true as well.
She blames me for starting this war, after she plotted with my father's council to usurp his throne.
Kind of funny. She plotted to usurp the throne, kind of-ish.
She has a gentle heart.
Not really, but... And then blames him. Which I get, but...
She drew Alicent into her web.
Kind of funny.
Intoxicated her. It is not your mother's fault.
Wait, so he blames Rhaenyra for how Alicent is now? I don't know, maybe it just makes her human and not a fool. It doesn't have to be so black and white all the time. Not that I like Aemon that much, but literally no one seems to like Aemon either. I do feel a little bit bad for him.
If plans were being considered beyond the ears of your king and his hand, you've a zeal to act, I understand.
I only wish to serve my king and my house.
You and Vhagar are the greatest single power in the realm.
Yeah, so don't push him away then, if you need him that much.
I promise you, Aemond, you will have all the vengeance that you seek, but you must keep a grip on your impulses. We both know that your brother cannot.
I don't believe they're gonna be able to just get to Aemon, are they? Maybe find him, but as soon as they do, Aemon's a good fighter, and I don't believe that he just chills around unexpecting something to happen. That's not how you say it, but... The little dog! So cute. The thing with these kind of shows is that you can never really know, but it doesn't feel like they're gonna be able to just get to him, kill him, and that'll be that. The dog looks so happy.
Nephew's already
It's a king.
Yeah. And if that was not the king, it would have been really hard to get to him, right?
My brother at least knows his place. He's as loyal as a hound. I can set him and the dragon on my foes at will.
I don't know if I believe if Aemon is actually loyal to Aegon or not.
Aegon the Generous, then. That would charm the small folk. Dragonheart, better. Aegon the Dragon Cock.
He's just drinking on the Iron Throne casually. I still wonder what the princess meant by the rats. Oh, sorry, the queen meant by the rats. Queen, well, I guess on which side you're on you will say differently, but I wonder what she meant.
It is. Different group of rat catchers working upstairs.
If we're to kill a royal fucking prince, where do you think we're gonna find him?
Thought the rest was your bet.
If you're gonna fight, this isn't gonna end well, is it?
Show me.
I was gonna say, like, why didn't he just tell them that different people... Oh, not the dog! How dare you! I was gonna say that I can't believe he didn't tell them that, like, other people work upstairs, but then again, he wouldn't get the gold if he said that, so I guess it does make sense in the end. There does seem to be a lot of rats, though, so maybe she was talking about the rats, after all. But something tells me she didn't. Why am I so stuck on that? There's no way he's just chilling in here, right?
No one's here.
Yeah.
We need to keep looking.
Or maybe he is.
Did you not hear the prince? No head. No gold.
Is he taking the gold? Don't take the stupid coins at the same time. You don't want to make it so that it looks like someone was there apart from setting a rat trap, you know? Oh my god, it's so fitting. It's pouring down outside here and it's actually pouring down in the show as well.
For the rats.
Oh, but the people working up here, they ought to know who actually comes and goes, right? Oh, and he doesn't know how to set a rat trap, does he? Is he gonna set the whole place ablaze? They are so screwed, aren't they?
Who the fuck is she?
She's the queen, she is.
Don't do anything to her. No, I like her.
Does she look
Yeah.
like a fucking son to
That
you?
one not.
Over there.
No, no, no. No, not the big...
We need to get our head and get her.
That, you know that's not who they meant, please. Oh no, don't kill the baby. That will not be...
Which one's a boy?
Maybe that one.
We'll look for a cock.
No.
The mother knows.
No, don't make her choose. Don't do that, don't do that. It's like she's too... Oh, I feel so stressed. Oh, I hate this. This is so much worse than I thought.
I have a necklace. It's of great value.
That's not so.
Where are all the guards? Don't hurt her or her children. No, I don't want this. She actually pointing?
Wait.
Oh.
It's the other one. She's not going to give up the king's heir that easy.
Oh, she's just smart enough to make them argue amongst themselves because you go, girl. I wonder if she could be like, no, my son isn't even here. He's like in another room or something.
She's telling true.
Hold him down.
No, 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 no. Oh, are they actually killing a bloody child? Please don't tell me. Holy fudge. How could they think that that would even suffice for what they asked for? Where is everyone? I'm so stressed.
What's happened?
They killed the boy.
Oh my god. Man, what the heck? What a start of the season. I was like, okay, you know, it's sad, but like it's starting a little slow, we're easing into things, and then bam. Aegon's, I suppose, firstborn son is now freaking dead. I wanted to scream at that scene. I don't know what Helaena was supposed to do, honestly. I don't know if anything that she would have said could have even helped. And I also don't know if she really believed that they would kill him. I don't know how to analyze that situation, but how stupid are they to think that if you're asked and tasked with an assassin of a specific person, you can just take another and that would suffice? Like, you're probably gonna be killed if you take the wrong one. This is just, see, things could have gone so much smoother, and now we're here. I couldn't even get one episode without someone dying. Oh, I'm so stressed. I don't know what's gonna happen after this, but we have very angry mothers on the loose, and I don't think that that's gonna end well, because they're gonna fight tooth and nail for this. It was also very interesting to see the white lady. What? Okay, I forgot what she was called, but to see her back, I feel like this was just the beginning of us seeing her. I believe we're gonna see her a lot more. She's gonna play a big part. Question is in what way and how, but it's gonna be very, very interesting to see. Because now we have Rhaenyra's son, Luke, who's dead, and she's grieving and she's angry enough to want to go after Aemond. And then we have the side going after Aemond, failing miserably, and instead killing one of Aegon's kids, his probably firstborn son. So now we have even more bloodshed, young people dying as well, and key players, because like that would have, like, he would have been the heir to the throne if Aegon still sits, so that's obviously a big freaking deal. This is very interesting. I think Helaena is a really cool character as well. A lot of things she says I don't understand, but I have a feeling that what she says has way more meaning than what I can just understand right away. I don't know, it'll be interesting to see if she's gonna have a big role as well, because she is the queen now. Well, one of the queens. She is one of the queens now. She's living as a queen, so she might. And I don't know how she is gonna react to her son being killed. Holy flip. Amazing start to the season 2. Very heartbreaking and terrifying. And the little hope of calm that I didn't really believe but sort of wanted at the end of season 1 has just flown out of the window, and we're gonna have probably one of the bloodiest wars in history by the looks of it. So that's great, you know. I cannot wait until next week to watch the next episode. Let me know what you thought of this episode when you watched it, or when you watched it with me. I definitely believe I missed a lot of details whilst watching this, or if there was something in the episode that maybe didn't caught my eye or that I misunderstood, feel free to let me know. Let me know what you think about the episode in general. How was this as a season start? And I don't know. I'm still kind of sticking of being sort of more on like Rhaenyra's side, but considering everything that's now happened, I don't know what all of them are gonna do, but the decisions they're gonna make are probably not gonna be great. I'll say that much. Also, if you enjoyed it, it would mean a lot if you gave it a thumbs up, you know, comment down below your thoughts, feeling, give it a like, and of course subscribe for upcoming videos. I am so eager and so excited to watch the rest of this season, so thank you so much for being here and watching it with me. I hope that you will have an amazing rest of your day, night, morning, midnight, snack, breakfast, whichever time it is for you when you're watching this, and I'll see you very soon.